Hi guys, welcome back to my crazy little life. It is time to do the 500 subscriber giveaway. And pardon me, it's a little crazy because it's the end of the day. I did gardening. I went out to my garden today, and because it's been raining here every day for like I don't know, it feels like 1,000 years. Um, I went out to my garden today, and my tomato plants have taken over. And I have this bush, it's a black raspberry bush, and I call it Bushzilla. And I call it Bushzilla because it, if there's an inch of something it can get a hold of, it's going to grow there. And it just grows. I had my windows replaced, and the guys that were putting it in were not kind to my garden at all and actually stomped down a big piece of Bushzilla. And I swear to God, that thing went, "Oh, yeah? That's the game you want to play?" And it came back stronger than ever. So it had kind of woven its way into my tomatoes. So I was out there for a while tonight trying to separate Bushzilla from the tomatoes and get the tomatoes staked. And my dog, who is a large boy, buddy, come here, come here, come here, come up here for a minute. Any other time you would jump up here in a second. Come here. Hey, get up. He is a big fella, my guy here. He's a big boy, and his best friend is the Yorkie across the street. Now, this Yorkie is, I don't know, 4 pounds soaking wet. And so while I was out there trying to stake up the tomatoes and trying to get all that done and get Bushzilla under control and trying to just sort of make my garden a little more, um, solid, because the tomatoes, I don't, nothing else in my garden has taken off like the tomatoes. My peppers are doing okay, but my tomatoes are like, I'm going to have tomatoes everywhere. So I was out there working on that. And then his little buddy, the little Yorkie from across the street, goes walking by. So he's going crazy. The little guy across the street, I laugh. I tell his dad all the time, I'm like, he's 6'4" in his mind, and he is. So we were out there chatting for a little bit. The dog's going crazy. I'm trying to calm everything down, trying to do the tomatoes, Bushzilla. I managed to rustle Bushzilla and not even get a little bit scratched. Nothing. I was like, wow, that was pretty cool. And I have this vine, and it must be just in the soil that I've brought in. It's this super, super invasive vine, and it's got little like spade shaped leaves. And I swear, this thing, you must be able to see it grow if you're standing there, because I will go out and take care of my garden, and the next day I will come out and that thing will be wrapped. Like, it'll have crawled up one of the arbors and be 6 inches around it. Like, how does anything grow that fast? But this evil vine does. So now you throw some evil vine in. I'm trying to get that off the tomatoes, and it's just a process. So that explains the beautiful look I got going on here. And while I was out there staking the tomatoes, I somehow managed to poke myself in the eye, and it doesn't hurt right now. So I'm feeling like I'm probably going to be okay. But crazy, 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 which is why my channel is called My Crazy Little Life. Because, those are the kind of things that go on in my day to day. I mean, that wasn't even planned. That was just my day to day. So I'm filming with my computer today, and I don't ever film with my computer. The picture I'm looking at, it's pretty low quality. So I don't know what it's going to look like when it goes to, when it uploads to YouTube. But it's time. It's time to do the giveaway. Now, I'm going to show you this. And let's see. I'm going to do it like half and half. So if you want to freeze your screen or whatever. Oh, look at that. How it's getting nice and dark now. Light like that. That's not any good. What is going on there? Probably because it's looking for light, and I'm also, maybe if I hold it off to the side. So here, I'm going to hold it off to the side. We're going to go slowly. And you should be able to read that. There's those. I'm going to come over here to do this one because, let's see. It's focusing. Not as many on this one. So take a look at that screen. Those are the names. I don't know if you can, if even if you can see it back here, maybe screenshot it and take a look at it, see your number. There are 41 people. So I have this generator. So let's see if I got to hold everything off to the side. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. There we go. You can see it says from 1 to 41. It's got me completely black, but okay. And then it says, let's see if it'll show again. Let me move my little hoo-ha down here. My little floating thing. Okay. From 1 to 41. Then it says tap to generate. So I'm going to tap to generate. Let's see what number. It picked number 22. Number 22 is Nail Cover Lover. So Nail Cover Lover, I will look and see. I think I'm pretty sure my email must be on that community tab. I'm just putting a little, well, all of a sudden my pen doesn't want to write, but I'm going to put a thing right here, 22. Okay, so that's our winner of my first ever giveaway. I will make sure that there is an email for you you shoot me an email with your address and your name, and I can get that mailed out to you. And like I said, there will be one item that was not shown, and that was not, you'll have to see it when you get your box. And I hope when you do, you're happy, and maybe somehow you can share it and maybe tag me in it or something. I think that would be a lot of fun. So again, Nail Cover Lover, you are the winner of my 500 giveaway. And there's no re-recording this video because that's it. It was done. I'll never get to say that number again. So not the best quality video, but there it is. And by the way, have any of you see this? See my blanket rack right here? It's a thing now, I guess. It's all over TikTok. Now, anything that I say is all over TikTok. It's because my daughter sends me videos of it. What that is my horse's hay rack. And the barn he's in now, he doesn't need it. That's been sitting in my garage for, I don't know, since he came home from New York. So 4 years. So I talked to my daughter because she's the one who bought it when he was up there in New York. And I said, are you sure you're not going to use it? She's like, nope, I'm not going to use it. It's just a hay rack. It's a hay rack that I screwed to my wall, and you can just pull the blankets out of it. It is the greatest idea. You don't have to fold the blankets. I don't have to worry about them because I used to fold my blankets and keep them on the back of my couch. And then any one of my little feline buddies, because again, as I've mentioned, my kids move out and their dogs go with them, but their cats stay with grandma. So I have 4 cats here. One of them is mine. So anyway, getting back to the blankets, I get easily distracted, but any of you who've watched me before know that. So that right there, that is the greatest thing ever. It's a hay rack. Now, I strongly suggest if that's something you want to do, to keep your blankets nice and neat, keep them away from the little felines, keep them away from the just not having to fold them, having the thing tip over. Because if your house is anything like my house, you have 100 of those little blankets. I have so many of them. And the one, let's see, that one there is like cream, and you can sort of see it's a cream colored blanket with horses on it. And I had made my daughter a weighted blanket, and that was the material I bought to make my weighted blanket. And after making hers, I was like, they're not that expensive to buy. I'll just get one. So I never made it, but I use the fabric. It's just a piece of fleece, and I use it all the time. Like if I'm curled up on the couch to watch a movie or whatever, because it's big and it covers everything. It's great. So anyway, getting back to that, it's just a hay rack, and a lot of people are buying them to use. I looked on Tractor Supply, and I think Tractor Supply had them for like $50 maybe. But the ones on Tractor Supply, I'm wondering if they were like for goats or for minis or something. Because if you go on to Schneider's, or I don't remember if I looked at Chicks or not, but I know I looked at Schneider's, and it was $150 on Schneider's. So I strongly suggest, if that's something you're going to do or you're interested in, A, look on Marketplace. B, look if you have any of those. Like up on my sister's house, they have this thing. It's called Todd Farm, and it's a kind of like everybody goes and has a tag sale, like all in one place. It's a big, huge tag sale thing, and a lot of the people up by her are people that do estates, and so they'll go and buy an estate and then just go there and sell all the stuff. I got a beautiful carriage robe for when my daughter was driving her little Mini. I got a beautiful mohair carriage robe, double-sided, the lighter color for the springtime and the darker color for fall. And it's a beautiful mohair carriage robe, and I got it. The lady had $20 on it, and so just for the heck of it, I said to her, "Hey, would it take 15?" She goes, "Absolutely." So I give her $15. I take the robe, and she's telling me, she's like, "Oh, that's from, whatever farm." She knew what farm it was from, the Gristmill River Farm or something. And she's like, "In New Hampshire, and it's this and it's that and it da, 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 da." And she's explaining all this stuff to me. And I said to her, I go, "If you knew what you had, why did you sell it to me for $15?" And she's like, "Because you knew what it was and you were going to use it." She goes, "I've never heard anybody know what that was." And the really funny thing about that day is I had gone to my sister and I said, "The one thing I'm looking for is things for Molly to drive, like a carriage robe, a hat, a mink hat." Just because there's a class when you drive called the Courier and Ives class, and you have to, hold on, let me just silence my phone here. You dress up like you're from the Courier and Ives time period, and so I found both the mink hat and the mohair carriage robe, and I got them both for under $25. So I highly recommend, if you have something like that, go look there, look on Marketplace, check around, because if that's as hot as it is, don't pay $150 for that. You can get a blanket thing probably way cheaper. But anyway, I thought I'd point that out because I'm super happy about that. And it was funny because I had asked my daughter more than once, "Are you sure you don't want it?" And she's like, "No, no, I don't want it. It's fine. I don't want it." Um, and as soon as I took a picture of it, her fiance goes, "I really like that." She goes, "My mom asked. She asked if you wanted it," and so she laughed. So I may be buying one for them. I'm not sure, because it is hers, and I'm not going to take it off my wall now because it's screwed into my wall, and I don't need holes that aren't being used in my walls. So if she does decide she wants one, then I guess um, I'll go get her one. But anyway, so congratulations to Nail Cover Lover. Get me your information. Like I said, I will double check. I think there's a tab on my page where it lists my email, and get in touch with me. And I'm super excited to get that in the mail to you. So again, thank you all for supporting my channel. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. It just really makes me happy because I wasn't sure I was going to like to do this. I'm not a very outgoing person. If I don't know someone, I'm usually pretty reserved. If I do know someone, I don't shut up. That's just how it is. So I guess y'all are my friends now, so I can just keep talking. So thank you guys. I'm going to get this video uploaded. I'm going to make sure my email's there. And Nail Cover Lover, you are the winner. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.